following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me, big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We've been gone for a month. We're still a little bit under the weather with things, but we're happy to be back. So before I get started, let me say hello to my cool, outrageous man about town, co-host Ron Russell and Astro.
As we lay here, just had my bandages removed from my knee.
From his knee replacement for everybody who
I'd like
doesn't know.
to just quickly talk about this knee thing. If you don't need it done, don't do it. Period. It is the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. It doesn't quit. The pain just goes on and on and on. You can't sleep, you can't shower, you can't go to the bathroom. You're a cripple. It's horrible. Anyway, enough of that negative shit. If I'm not so uppity and happy, it's because we lost Brandy. Brandy girl was like 17, and she just gave in, and we had to put her to sleep last week.
Yeah, it was terrible, you guys. But an interesting thing that happened is that we get our dog food from Chewy, and so we actually called Chewy to stop the orders because they come automatically. And they asked us why were we unhappy with their service, and we said no, we love their service, but the dog unfortunately passed away. And Chewy told us to actually donate the dog food. They would credit my account, and then the next day we got flowers from Chewy with condolences for the loss of our dog Brandy, which was really, I mean, for a big company, it was really one of the nicest things I'd ever seen.
Yeah, and it made us feel good. So we're a little gloomy, but you know, folks, everybody has to have a little bit of shit in their life. Life is not a bowl of cherries, as they say. So we're going through our bad period now, but we'll be pulling out of it. And we'll be on our up period because we have film work coming up finally. Films have been funded, and we'll be getting to work in a couple of months and weeks. So that'll put us back on the map. But
Hub Reynolds and Lady Lake say hello.
Who?
Hub Reynolds and Lady Lake say hello, and Ron, he says, "You're doing great, Ron. We love you."
Thank you. And you know me, Jimmy said, "Can you go on?" I said, "Jimmy, as long as I can breathe, I go on. I'm from the olden days where the show must go on. If you saw the preparation I did to give you this little bit of a show, you think who the hell
Took
I
us
was?
all morning.
Took us all morning to get me ready to be able to speak. I'm annihilated, you know. All right, so folks, I'm in a down period, but it's going to go up because it will. So don't feel bad for me. Just work with me.
There you go.
That's it.
We have a fun show, you guys, today. I wasn't sure how Ron would be today. So our second guest is Kadosha Ona Carole, Queen of the Paranormal. Basically, I invited her on because she's a great friend of ours. And I knew I didn't have to know a lot of stuff about her because we're just friends and we could just talk. Our first guest has been on the show, I believe, many, many years ago. A good friend and an acquaintance of Eileen Shapiro. His name's Tim Muddiman. He's a musical and visual artist. He was with Gary.
What's his name?
Tim Muddiman.
What?
Tim Muddiman.
What's the last name?
Muddiman.
Muddy Man.
Muddiman.
Why would anybody want to be called Muddy Man?
That's his name. What do you want?
Oh, I have to ask him about that.
So you guys, he's a phenomenal guitar player. He played with Gary Numan, one of the biggest artists ever for 20 years. He also played with Pop Will Eat Itself, which is a great band. So I think it'll be a lot of fun having him on, and I have no idea the information or how it goes with the legacy of his last name. But we have been off for a while. We're back now. We have to come back. We got some great guests lined up for the upcoming weeks. We want to thank everybody who's listening to us. We had to change our host from Red Circle to Podbean, so please check us out on Podbean. We're also on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Amazon Prime, and 360 TVN. If you want to watch the videos, you can see us on YouTube. You can always watch us live, and you can see us on 360 TVN.
The nicest thing about our show is it's like a family. I feel that I could tell my audience anything I want, and they understand, and they're with me. And most talk shows don't have that kind of love or camaraderie, but this show does. We're family. And when you have a problem, we hear it. And when we have a problem, you hear it. And I think that's what makes us the unique people that we are. I may fall asleep on the show. So don't think it's because I'm bored. It's because of the morphine. So I'm on little teeny tiny morphine pills that knock the shit out of you. So in order to deal with the pain, so I may nod out. So see that? It's like a junkie show.
No, it's not.
I mean, where else can you go and watch Rod Russell? Ron, what's my name?
Ron Russell.
Rod, not Rod. I've been called Rod. Yeah, you know who called me Rod? What's his name? Jesus. With the whole interview, he kept calling me Rod. I said, it's not Rod, it's Ron. And he's an Academy Award winner. Fabulous guy.
Tony Curtis.
No. The old man that I interviewed with the wife that I called a bitch.
Yeah, I don't.
Cliff Roberts.
There you go. I love it. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank a bunch of people too: Cindy Lady Lake and Jennifer James and Hub Reynolds and Don Hinton. A bunch of people, all our B. Claudia, Eileen Shapiro, all the people who are always in the chat room with us. They all were asking how we were doing and checking in with us and giving us condolences for Brandy and stuff. So I just want to thank everybody for all their support. Every week we'll get better and better. Today we just wanted to get back on the air since we already had fabulous guests booked. And so I think it'll all be a lot of fun. And we've got some fun, different kinds of videos that we're going to play for you guys just while we've got stuff going on a little bit. I'm going to tell a quick little story about a movie that we're going to be doing. I'm hoping that we're going to do it in October of this year. It's called Saving Paradise. And Saving Paradise is a really fun movie, kind of like a Hallmark movie. And basically, Cindy Lady Lake, who's Lady Lake Music, came to me with an idea. And I loved it, and we talked about it, and then we went to Jennifer James, and Jennifer James wrote a script, and we pitched the movie, and we've got someone who verbally gave us funding for the movie, and it's called Saving Paradise. Ming Ballard, who's been on the show, is in it. Ron has a great role in it. He plays the antagonist. He's really got one of his best roles that he'll ever have.
I love the role. Let me tell a story about that.
Okay.
I was offered the lead, which would have been opposite possibly Joan Collins, which is one of the actresses they have up for it. And I could have played Joan Collins' husband. I read the script and I wasn't so thrilled with it. My part, I thought, was not really who I am. Give it to George Hamilton. It's definitely a George Hamilton part. And I know that Joan Collins would love to work with him again. In reading the script, there's Bernie. Bernie's a Jew from Brooklyn. I mean, how can you not write it for me? And Bernie is the most outrageous character in this movie. He's funny, he's fast, he's tough. He's everything that I am. And I just fell in love with the part of Bernie. So I cannot wait to get into, see, I can't even talk. I'm so loaded. Oops. Anyway.
So Ron's going to be playing Bernie.
I can't wait to play Bernie.
And so what we did is we did a little teaser trailer. It's just a little teeny thing. And the reason that we're going to play the Saving Paradise movie teaser trailer is because Lori Diamond and Fred Abatelli, who's a Lady Lake artist, and people that have been on our show, Ron and I love them to death, and they have
We
a
love
song
them.
called Good Harbor that'll be in the movie, and then we're also using it for the little teaser trailer, and so we want to play it for everybody just to hear the song. Again, it's called Good Harbor by Lori Diamond and Fred Abatelli, and this is the Saving Paradise trailer, which we are funded and we should be shooting before the end of the year. So check it out, Saving Paradise movie trailer teaser. There you go.
There's a place I know where we can run away. Let's go. Meet me at Good Harbor, on Salt Island Road. I will marry you again right here. We will live on orange sunsets and be healed by salty air and the water. It will carry our troubles far away.
So you guys are going to really love this movie. It's a little different than a lot of the other stuff we're working on. It's more of like a Hallmark movie, but better. And when you see the cast that we're going to have, you're going to be super impressed. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we look forward to
Because
getting
it
started.
finally has a script with a story.
Yes, it's got a great
It's
story.
not slash and kill 'em, chop 'em bullshit like that. It's a movie, and everybody is going to walk away from this movie happy-hearted, and that's what we need. We need to have happy hearts. We've been through a lot. All of us, every one of us, have been through a lot, and now it's time to be happy.
Absolutely. I love it.
Did I make any sense? I don't know.
Absolutely. Don't worry about it.
You know, I'm sounding like those people. You know, I would be in a club and somebody would come over to me that thought they knew me. I didn't know who they were, but I was their best friend, and they would talk to me like I was their best friend. And I'd say to myself, "What the hell is this person talking about? I don't even know them." Well, that's how I feel I am now on television.
So we're going to do one more song, and then we're going to bring on our first guest, Tim Muddiman. I want to make sure that I get these out.
I want to know where that name Muddiman came from.
We will find out shortly. But in the meantime, you guys, so another Lady Lake artist who's been on the show is David Martinez, one of my favorite artists. He's fantastic. He has a brand new song called My Sweet Love. Just got released. It's only starting to get airplay now, so we're one of the first people to play it. He's a superstar indie artist. We love him to death. So here we're going to play the song My Sweet Love. And when we come back, we'll meet with our first guest, Tim Muddiman. So take it away, Juan.
My sweet love, you sing to me. Heart overflows with your melodies. My sweet love, you paint my sky. Watercolor love notes brighten my life. I'll never be the same again. Right where we belong. Our hearts keep perfect time. Together, forever, my sweet love. My sweet love, you'll always be everything I'll ever need. My sweet love, sleep peacefully. Pray our dreams are of you and me. I'll never be the same again. Right where we belong. Our hearts keep perfect time. Together, forever, my sweet love. the same again. Right where we belong. Our hearts keep perfect time together, forever strong. I'll never be the same again. Right where we belong, where we belong. Our hearts keep perfect time together, forever, my sweet love. My sweet love, you sing to me. My heart beats to your melody.
Song.
Isn't it a beautiful song? So David
I love
Martinez,
that
you guys, it's called My Sweet Love. He wrote it for his wife. That's very romantic.
Very beautiful song, David.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. So you guys check it out. Please stream it on Spotify, buy it on Apple and iTunes and all the different places because it's really cool. And follow him on all his social medias because he's a superstar. All right, now we're going to bring on our first guest to see what we can do. Bring him in. Hey, Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Oh, my gosh, you sound terrific. Okay.
Okay, what's with the last name?
Wait, we got to introduce him.
Okay.
Hey, everybody.
I know him already.
I know. Well, now we want to welcome. I love the glasses too, by the way. I have a thing for glasses.
You've got some good glasses there, Jimmy. They're lovely.
Yes, we do. All right, you guys. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. First of all, you guys, he's a rock star. You'll find out shortly. He's a great musician. He's also a visual artist whose art sells for a shit pot of money. And he's super duper talented. So his name is Tim Muddiman. Is that how we pronounce it, Muddiman?
That is how you pronounce it. And do you guys remember me? I was on your show.
I do remember. Was Ron on the show back then? Or
Ron
no?
was on the show. It was 7 years ago.
Yes, I knew it.
We went over this already, that the Muddiman was cut down from something else.
Well, I mean, folklore is that the Muddiman were canal diggers. In the UK, they built all the canals. So I guess their name come from all the mud that they had to build. And apparently they were gypsies. But that's folklore. That's a rumor. There's no proof.
It's a great name.
First of all, nobody's got it.
You know why it's a great name? Because no one has ever been able to make a conversation about a name. But now we have. So your name is a very important name.
It is a good name.
Think about it.
And you guys, he changed all his social media too. He used to have timmuddiman.com, but if you go there, now it goes to a House of Mud. His Instagram is a House of Mud. And I think is it Instagram and what else? And his website is ahouseofmud.com, which shows everything that he's like doing. So tell us, why did you go to a House of Mud? Is that to promote the art? Or
it's I mean, look, I was a musician for years solely, and then I stopped, which I'm sure we'll talk about, and then I painted just on my own, and I stopped doing music for 5 years. Over the last few months, I've got an agreement with a record label in Houston, and now I'm releasing music again under my own name. I'm also doing session musician music work for a few people. I'm doing shows on my own with just guitar. I'm about to start doing shows with a band. I'm doing art exhibitions. So a House of Mud is like, it's not a brand name because that makes me feel quite ill, but it's an umbrella name for everything that I do. And with a name like Muddiman, I've always wanted to incorporate it in some sort of romantic name and slogan. So a House of Mud works.
I love the whole thing.
I love the House of Mud.
The whole package works. It really
I
does.
do everything under Jimmy Star's World. So I have a website, jimmystarsworld.com, and it has everything, TV, movies, everything we do.
It's a complex website. So much.
If I fall asleep, Jim, it's not because you're boring. It's because I'm on morphine right now.
Oh, wow.
My knee, I had knee surgery.
He had knee replacement surgery.
And it is a motherfucker.
When did you have that, Ron?
Well,
he had it done 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And the pain is still there. The pain does not stop.
But he didn't want to miss the show.
No.
He didn't want to miss the show. So if he falls asleep, I've got all the notes and we'll keep it all like going because
I mean, and all the I've been interviewing for like 50 years or something, and I've never ever been high or drunk or anything on a show. And this is the first time I'm doing a show loaded on morphine.
Oh man.
And I'll tell you, it's kind of campy. It's kind of fun. I don't think I'd like doing it again. You know what? I never understood drug addicts because they never thought, they think. They don't really think drug addicts. They are there. Did that make any fucking sense?
Not a lot.
No, I know what you mean. They're in the moment of the narcotic. Yeah.
I prefer being me sober.
Yeah.
I don't care for not being in control because I don't know. My mind could snap at any minute, and I could say things about Kadosha's beautiful tits.
Oh, that's our next guest.
She has the most gorgeous tits you ever want to see. I could go on and on for hours about her beautiful big tits.
So first of all, I don't think the last time you came on, I don't know if you had the beard though. Did you have a beard before?
No, the
I
beard's
don't remember the beard.
No,
I didn't have one then.
the beard's like a 2 or 3 year old little friend of mine, and you know you've got some facial hair yourself there. Once you get it, it's.
I don't let mine grow long like that though. I keep it trimmed.
I've just had this trimmed. I've moved house recently, and that's why I'm not in my studio. But I went like 6 weeks without touching it, and it was like this massive thing attached to my neck. But it's trimmed down now. But,
so I have a question. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about who all the different things you've done, and then we can find out why did you take a 5-year hiatus and stuff like that. So you guys, first of all, his Instagram is A House of Mud. His website is ahouseofmud.com. At 24, he became the bass player. So that means you're at least 44 because you worked with him for 2 decades.
yeah, I'm 51 actually.
51. You look great. You don't even have any grays.
Who did he work for?
He was the bass player for Gary Numan, performed over 400 shows. And he was the bass player and guitarist for all you guys. Ron's not going to know who Gary Numan is, but the world knows who Gary Numan is. They had that song. I think his biggest song is Cars, right?
Yeah, the Cars and Our Friends Electric are like the 2 big ones, yeah.
So here in my car, na 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 na. I don't know the words, but
That's all I know as well.
Anybody-
I played it 400 times.
but you guys, it's a huge song. One of the
If anyone ever had killed a song, he just did.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a very good. So tell us, how did you actually get the job? As guitar player for Gary Numan, because that's a big deal.
It was a big deal for me. I'm from a small town in Northampton. I had ambitions to be a guitarist and a kind of rock star without, really fully thinking it's what I was going to do. But I ended up joining a band that produced one of Gary's records. And to cut a very long story short, I met Gary through them. Gary had a TV show on Top of the Pops, which was a big TV show in the UK.
Huge show.
Yeah. And honestly, I worked in guitar shops for years when I was in my teens and my early 20s. And literally, I finished work and I was going to the pub to meet my friends. And Gary rang me and said, I'm playing Top of the Pops tomorrow and I need a bass player. Can you do it? And I'd hardly played bass guitar, I was playing rockabilly guitar, but I could play a bit. Anyway, I was like, yeah, look, of course I'll come and play on Top of the Pops with you. So I drove and I met him the next day and I did Top of the Pops. And
Did you have to learn the song?
Yeah, it was just, you know what? This is how long ago that was. It was when Napster was a thing.
All around, yeah.
And he told me oh yeah, I've done this song with this guy called Rico. It's just come out. And, back then you couldn't just go on Spotify or anything like that and just hear it. So anyway, I downloaded the track and I listened to it that night. And then I listened to it in the morning on the way to his house, and then rehearsed it. And it wasn't particularly complicated. And I could play it. It was fine. So yeah, it worked out fine. And then I didn't play with him for a couple of years after that. And then I got a call again. Can you do a tour? And then I didn't leave for like about 18, 17 years, I think it was.
What
Yeah.
happens when music becomes a bore?
Well, I quit. That's what happened. Ron, that's what happened. That's what happened. I mean, there's two things. Well, three things. One thing is I'm now wearing hearing aids because of noise damage. And the other thing is exactly what you just said.
I mean, I used to sing in shows.
Yeah.
And I remember the first week, oh, we loved it. The show was great. The songs were wonderful. And then by the third month, oh, that fucking song, we got to do that one again.
Yeah.
You know,
He did it for 18 years.
They changed. The songs did change.
That's Tim. That's my question. At
But-
what
but-
point did you vomit from that song?
Well, no, but I mean, Ron, look, we didn't play the same songs all the time. It was different albums. We played his back catalogue. We played some music that I was involved in. But you're right. Look, you're right. I remember as a kid going to see bands and seeing people on stage that looked bored and thinking, guys, come on, you shouldn't be on stage. Give someone else a go. And towards the end of me playing with Gary, there were just a few times where I was like, I'm thinking about what I want to have for dinner later, or you know what I mean, when you're playing songs and it's like this is time to get out. You know, there was a couple of songs that I wasn't looking forward to, but for years I was very, very committed to it and very passionate about playing in his band.
But you always had to play Cars, right? No matter what songs you played, you have to play Cars in every show, I would imagine.
I think there was like one tour that we didn't play it.
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a very cool thing, and what a great thing to have on your resume. You also did music for Pop Will Eat Itself.
Yeah,
It's so funny because I wasn't sure if I was going to know who that was.
Wait, to eat himself?
Pop Will Eat Itself is the name of the band.
What's the name?
Pop Will Eat
The
Itself.
fuck are these people crazy?
yeah, they're crazy. Yeah.
Years ago, it was Glenn Miller. It was easy.
I'll tell you why I know Pop Will Eat Itself, though. I know they have a couple hits, but The Warriors is one of my favorite movies. We've had many of the actors on our show.
Yeah, I know that.
And they do that song, Can You Dig It, which is based off of the movie The Warriors. And that's the only reason why I know it.
That's right. Is it Lassius or who? It's the guy doing the talk, isn't it? Going, can you dig it? Yeah, that's right. They sampled it.
They sampled it, and it's such a great movie. I mean, it's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it
great
over and over again.
What's your favorite cover?
My favorite
Cover?
Cover, the song you've covered. Am I making sense? No.
Yes.
Well,
He doesn't really do a lot of covers, though, I'm going to guess.
You don't do covers?
No, I don't do covers myself. I mean, I've played other bands' music, you know. So I've played some of Gary's music. I've played all of Gary's music and all of Pop Will Eat Itself music. But they're two entities, and then I've done my own thing in between all that stuff.
Which we're going to be talking about in a minute. We're going to talk about his own thing in a minute. Have you released solo music before, or this is your first time releasing solo music?
The reason I came on your show before was because I just released a record then.
Okay.
And that was, that was 7 or 8 years ago. 8 years ago that I released that music. And when I finished, when I literally released that record, and about 2 weeks after that, I went on tour with Gary, and it was something like 110 shows in 12 months. So I ended up being on your show, going on tour, doing no promotion for it.
You didn't promote the album.
And being quite upset that I'd put all my effort into writing a record and then it just sat there doing nothing, Yeah. So I have done my own music, and now I'm doing it again. I feel more mature, more in control. I feel less jaded, bewildered. I know what I'm doing. I know the reasons why I'm doing it, and they feel like the right ones.
Okay, so you stopped being a musician for 5 years, at least playing with Gary Numan and all these other bands.
Everything. I didn't even pick up my guitar for 4 years.
Okay. Did you know that you could draw?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah, I used to do graffiti and stuff in my teens, and street art, and attempted to draw some things in my 20s pretty unsuccessfully, but I knew I could paint. I started painting years ago, doing really abstract paintings that really didn't mean anything, but I got a feeling off them. You know, I felt something.
No, your artwork is really good. Like your artwork is really, really good. Like
Can we see some?
wouldn't have thought. I didn't send any pictures of the
Do you
artwork.
have any?
Let's see.
Show us some of your art.
Hey Juan, can you like go to houseofmud.com and see if you can pull any pictures of his art off of there and just like show them while we're talking?
This way, if somebody likes it, they can buy it.
It's really good though. But so describe your art to us.
Well, I did when I started painting properly. I finished these tours with Gary, and I'd sold a couple of paintings while I was touring, and I thought, what the fuck am I going to do with my life if I'm not a musician? What does one become? So I thought I'll just paint full time and see what happens. So a lot of the work was quite abstract, but then I kind of narrowed down what I was doing, and I started doing geometrical, very blocked color, almost brutalist paintings. And I did incredibly well with it. And then I was doing that stuff as COVID hit, and they did even better when it was COVID. I think a lot of artists did really well during COVID times. And then I kind of come out of that phase and realized I wanted to paint portraits, but I didn't know how to do them. So I spent a good couple of years really honing in my skill set. And what you can see on there, these are very recent works that I've just done. And I showed these at for a Saatchi Art exhibition in March. So I've gone from doing abstract stuff to this moody, cinematic. I want them to look modern, but I also still want them to have like a classic feel to them. And yeah, it's where I'm at. I mean, they look great. I'm quite pleased with them. It's quite nice.
I think they're fabulous.
It's almost photograph art. It's photograph painting.
Yeah, but
photographs.
Without them being too realistic as well. I don't want them to be too realistic, but I guess they kind of do.
They're beautiful.
They're all in a gallery in Sutton. Well, not all of them, but a few of those are in a gallery in Sutton Coldfield, a place called Artifacts. And they're hanging up there now.
Thanks, Juan. No,
really
it's beautiful.
good.
So you guys can see more if you go to ahouseofmud.com. You got to make sure you put the A in front of it. So ahouseofmud.com. Yeah. You can see all kinds of different artworks that he's done. I think they're fabulous. I would have checked it. So then
they look like photographs.
You're selling all these pictures. You're not doing any music, and then you wake up one day and
then I got ill. I slipped a disc in my spine.
That's painful.
It was bad, yeah. I mean, not like a knee, Ron. You know, I'm not expecting any sympathy here, but it was bad. It was really bad, and I was out of action. I couldn't paint. I couldn't do anything, and all I thought about was my guitar, and I wanted to play music. And then I was fine. Then I carried on painting, and then I got ill again with something completely different, and I had to stop painting just for 2 weeks. And again, all I could think about was music, and my love of music. And I love Tom Waits. I love the Smiths. I love Nick Cave. I like the blues. I love it so much. You know, like you two, you love music. You know,
music. I love the Smiths. First of all, I saw the Smiths when I was in college. I went and saw the Smiths.
Really?
Miss Murder. I saw when they went on tour for Meet His Murder album, and they were fabulous.
What a sound! And
Smiths and Morrissey were like two of my favorite bands. Like when I got out of college, it was the Smiths and Morrissey.
Yeah, amazing, man.
And I still listen to Morrissey a lot. It's funny, I haven't listened to the Smiths in a lot. And Tom Waits is really good. Who else did you mention?
I think I mentioned Nick Cave as well.
Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Yeah. I love all the more sort of like 90s, early 2000 Nick Cave stuff. That kind of There's stuff like the birthday party that he did before that. I like all the attitude of that stuff. But yeah. So basically, that was it. Look, that was it. The passion had come back for the first time, and it was because, although I got ill, it wasn't because I was ill. It was the first time I'd actually stopped painting, because I'd been painting every single day, as well as looking after my family, but painting every day, and then it just slowly creeps back in. It's like, well, I've got to do something. I mentioned it on. I have a Patreon where a few people are involved, and I mentioned it on there. Unfortunately, one of the people that were involved in the Patreon works and co-owns a record label called CIA Records in Houston, Texas, and I'm in England. And he said, well, if you want to put a record out, we'll help you do it. So that's what's happened. That's how it's.
Have you put out a whole record or just a single?
Just one single, but there are loads coming. There are like 4 of the tracks with another one completely ready to go, and a video being made for that. And then there are another 6 songs in the kind of production stage at the moment. So it'll probably progress onto an album, hopefully by sort of November time. But this year's flying by already.
Let's get personal. How's your love life?
I'm married, and my wife's upstairs putting my child to bed. So
how old is your child?
Well, I've got 2. I've got a 20-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old.
20-year-old.
A 20-year-old and a 5-year-old. Wow, there's a big gap there.
It's a gap.
What does your 20-year-old daughter think that you were like a rock star? Does she think that's like cool?
Yeah. I think she's probably been a little influenced by it. You know, she's got a few tattoos and a few piercings, and she's doing photography, and she's very abstract and alternative, I guess, is the way. And she's magnificent. Yeah.
What does your wife do? Is your wife in the industry, or does your wife do something totally different?
No, well, she does do something different, but my wife has a really interesting job. She makes film trailers for like all the biggest films that are out.
That's cool. We have a friend who does that here too. Like,
really?
That's a great job. That is a great job, and that is a real art and expertise, because the trailer sells the movie. And it was not any good. So she probably gets paid. She's good then. She probably gets paid well, because that's a really good job. So we're in the film business too now, and that's a really big thing. So that's awesome.
Now I've been in the film.
Well, I know, but
64 years.
But we didn't talk about film stuff 7 years ago when he was on the show. We weren't doing.
What are you doing in the film? What is it you guys are doing now?
He's an actor.
I'm still working.
He's an actor. I'm a producer. I'm a producer. And
when I sober up,
we have like 6 films in development, 3 that are funded. Yeah.
And one I'm really excited about. I play a vampire who tells his daughter he's gay.
He's playing a gay vampire in a
movie. No, it's not a camp, or it's a wonderful script. It's sensitive. And she then learns that he's a vampire as well as gay. So he takes her to this enchanted land of where everybody is free and different. It's just a beautiful.
It sounds lovely.
And I'm not playing it with fangs and blood and that's stupid. No. We're playing it very, very artistic. It's going to be a very good film.
And that's you acting in that, Ron. Are you part of the production as well?
What do you say?
Me. I produce, he acts. I produce and put it all together, and he acts. But he's got.
But I work for other people also. I just don't. I don't sleep with everybody. I just sleep with you.
Yeah.
Now he's got like 6 or 7 films coming that he's going to be working on. But they're not all funded yet. We're working on funding now.
Yeah, of course.
And, but he's got good roles in all of them. He's a really good actor.
64 years worth. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
you didn't learn to act 64 years. Kill yourself. I mean, after 64 years, you can't act.
So wait, we're going to go back though, because you cut us off in his music thing. So we're going to go back. So your first song,
I didn't cut him off. I like to go back and forth. You know what? If you hit the hammer too many times.
No, but we're going to play it. I mean, we're talking about it. So I was gearing up so we could play it.
Never argue with a junkie.
Yeah. So you guys, his first single is called Seashells. When I listened to it, it wasn't what I was expecting from you. So I play, but I have the video. It's a great song. I have the video. I'm hoping that we don't get flagged and they don't flag us for playing it. But tell us a little bit about the song, and then we're gonna play it, and hopefully we don't get flagged.
Every time you say you hope we don't get flagged, they flag. So don't mention it anymore, and they won't even know. They're so stupid.
It should be okay. There's no profanity in it or anything.
No, they flag us because we don't have the rights to do it, but usually only like the major labels, Sony.
Okay, you should be cool.
So I think
Even though you wrote it and you're
you're the
giving us
guest.
permission, it still doesn't work.
Yeah, right. No, I hear you. I mean, if I share stuff on my socials, I got flagged yesterday for something, but they let it through. So
There you go. So tell us about the song Seashells. Tell us a little bit about it, and then we'll play the video for everybody.
look, I'm not an environmental activist by any stretch of the imagination, but I am conscious of what industrialization and mass consumerism has done and is doing to our planet. And I'm not a climate denier. I think it's so obvious the damage that we're doing to the country, to the planet. And the Anthropocene, which is the age of industrialization, if it isn't stopped and isn't reversed consciously and with power, I think we're in for a devastating time. So these are topics that a lot of people are talking about all the time. And I was talking about it with my wife, why we're putting our shopping away, and there are these fucking plastic bottles of fabric softener and cardboard this and plastic here, and it's like all this marketing to get you to spend money, and it pisses me off. It upsets me. It's like, come on, I feel like, what am I doing buying into this stuff? I've got to get with it. I've got one life, don't be a sucker. So the song just came to me, the little, and then I thought of like all the dead fish and dead whales on the beach. And I just thought of stark images that are, evidence of what's happening to the planet in the time that we're all alive. And that's why I wrote the song. And it isn't something I live my everyday, but I am conscious. I'm conscious. I do my bit. And I'm also aware you can't do a lot if you're trying to make a living and you're trying to run a house and trying to look after your family.
No, you're right. I mean,
it costs money. If I want to go and fill up my biodegradable...
Which brings me to the interesting color that you've painted that room.
Yeah.
The room we're in now. Years ago in the 1950s, my parents painted their living room that color, and it was called flamingo.
Okay.
And everything was flamingo and forest green, and it was the most beautiful combination. And I see you have the green and the sherbet pink, which is beautiful. It's beautiful.
You got it. I mean, we've only been in this house for 4 weeks, but we did do this ourselves.
Well,
that's awesome. He loves it.
I have a lot of friends. I have good friends in England, and they paint everything yellow. And I once asked, why yellow? They said, live here a while and you'll enjoy yellow because it's so dank and dreary and dark.
Yeah, it's been today. Yeah.
You need the sunshine on the walls, so you paint everything yellow. And
that's why we painted pink. It keeps our mood good.
I love pink, so
I think it's a very happy color.
Absolutely.
And it welcomes a person in a room.
Yeah.
Sure.
So hold on, let's go back to Seashells. So the name of the song is Seashells. Seashells.
Seashells.
So Juan, I'm gonna let Tim introduce the video real quick, and then you play the video Seashells. And after you've introduced it, we'll watch the video, and then we'll come back and talk. But first, we're gonna play it for everybody. So you introduce it for us.
Okay, this is my song, and it is called Seashells.
Seashells wash on the shore. There's no one here but us. Seashells wash on the shore, and there's no one everybody once more. Sing along to a killing song, and when we die, we'll be dead a long, long time. Seashells wash on the shore. There's no one here but us. Seashells wash on the shore, and there's no one here but us. Dead fishes upon the shore, in the north or a tiger's jaw, where the snow will be gone too soon, is still alive and buried borrowed time. Counting down on a 1, 2, 3. Time has gone to carry me. The clouds have come so we can see the long way down.
Happy that I
Yay, Seashells!
Hey,
That's a very interesting song. I like it.
thank you very much.
It's got kind of a weirdo beat.
It's got a what?
A weirdo beat.
That was from my day. In the 1950s, if you were a beatnik, you called it a weirdo beat. That was a compliment
Okay.
for the word.
I mean, that's a compliment what you just said now. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a beatnik in 1954.
Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac.
Before the hippies.
Yes.
We were before hippies.
Yeah.
And it was a weirdo beat. Definitely a weirdo beat.
I actually read online, I think, too, you used to be in a rockabilly band or something. So you like rockabilly
I
and
love rockabilly, man. I love all that 50s rock and roll, rockabilly stuff. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
love
I
it.
Yeah.
So you guys, Seashells, that's the video. Watch the video. I'm sure it's available for streaming everywhere then, right?
Sure is, yeah, and it's available to buy on Bandcamp, or it can be streamed and subscribe to my YouTube, all that stuff. Loads more music coming, you know.
There you go.
Years,
love it.
forever.
Do you cook?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not a cook.
What is
If you
it?
know what
I mean, yeah, but I'm not a cook. That's me too.
Yeah.
Can't really
I can get by. Yeah.
Right,
Do you
go back-
cook? You
Yeah,
cook?
Ron can cook. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Italian, so like he cooks Italian.
Oh, yeah.
We're born to cook.
Yeah, Italians are born to
You know,
cook.
at
Well, maybe
7
if you let me in one of your films, I can come over and
Absolutely.
have dinner with you, man. That'd
When
be
we let him
cool.
in one of our films, he'll come over and he'll. So actually, I'll talk about that for a second. But I have a question about the video. So did your wife cut the video?
I did it myself.
Oh, it's really good. I really enjoyed the way that the guitar would keep coming back in through all the different scenes. That was done very
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
I thought maybe she did it.
no, I mean she had a little watchful eye over it and gave me a few little gave me her opinion here and there. But I wanted to put those guitar parts in there, and I wanted it to be a bit of a sing-along song because to me, it represented how we're all just carrying on because we have to just carry on. We just carry on with a smile on our faces while all this shit's going on in the background, you know? And that made sense to me. It made sense.
Huh?
People assume that Jimmy, I ran away for a minute. Bear with me. People assume that I'm every bit a part of Jimmy. Not true at all. I have the least to do with Jimmy's work. I stay away from him because if we lose our individuality and we become one, we're going to divorce. We can't be married anymore because we kill each other. No, seriously.
He's him and I'm me.
If you work with your wife constantly, hand in hand, you kill her.
Yeah.
You have to kill her because it's human nature.
He's been in a ton of movies that are 2 of them will be coming out this summer, I think. That I'm not in them. I don't have anything to do with them. I don't produce them. Or he's in a lot of movies I don't have anything to do with. He just happens to be in my movies also, but our jobs are totally different.
But people think they're one. And I keep saying to Jimmy, we have to not sell that to the public. We are not Jimmy and Ron. We are Ron.
So I have a new movie coming that I'm working on getting financing for right now. It's called The Legend of Bunny Man. It's a horror movie about a serial killer bunny guy who dresses up in a bunny suit. I actually had this figure made by somebody in the UK. I found this guy on Instagram who makes action figures in the UK. He's phenomenal. And so this is my action figure for it. And that's one of the moves that we're going to be working on.
Jimmy, is this online already?
No, I don't have any money for it. Oh no, I'm not selling them yet. I made this one and I made 3.5-inch ones for sale.
No, but the bunny man concept. This thing.
Yes. There's been a few people who have tried to do it, but mine is totally different.
Wow.
And, the posters and stuff, if you look in my social media, because I'm pushing it because I'm looking for money.
Must have been where I was seeing it then, because I'm like, shit, I've just seen that recently. It's so cool.
Yes. Yeah, so that's us. And Ron's going to have a role in that one too. And but I made 2 figures. I made 3 figures for it. This is the first one that I made. It didn't come out as good as the other 2. So I found a different guy. This guy was in like Spain or someplace who made this one, but the other guy is in the UK. People in the UK have so much talent. And the guy makes, so believe it or not, the guy actually makes action figures of rock star people mostly. Like he has the Beastie Boys and like all these different people that he makes the action figures for them.
Very cool.
It was really cool. And so,
that's exciting. That's really exciting.
I collect action figures, which I did 7 years ago too. And so I have a phenomenal, collection. And Ron, whenever it's a time to give a gift, I always get action figures and stuff because that's fun.
That's amazing.
And,
did you think when you were on our show 7 years ago that we'd still be here?
Yeah. I was going to say, have you been relentlessly doing it?
Oh, yeah.
14 years we're on the air.
17. We're on the air for 17, and about 8 months ago, we broke 1.2 billion streams.
That's amazing. Eileen told me about that.
Yeah, so
that's so cool. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Yeah, so we get a lot of streams. Some shows do better than others.
You know Eileen?
Yes, that's how we met him originally, was through Eileen.
Oh, she's got the greatest pair of tits. I mean, really, she's got tits that just don't quit.
Oh, man.
And actually, you and Eileen have something in common. So I also read an article you did. I'm not sure if it was like your 10 favorite bands or your 10 bands that have influenced you or something, but near the top of the list or at the top of the list, you also had Adam Ant.
Oh,
on the list. Eileen is an Adam Ant junkie. She
freak.
She is, isn't she? She's right there. Yeah.
Did you see that she even wrote a book, Searching for Adam?
I did not know that. No.
And I destroy her all the time. I said, I heard Adam Ant only has a 2-inch dick. And she goes crazy. She says, no, he doesn't. It's big. I've seen it. I look. I know where it is. I check it out when he's singing. I said, no, I didn't. That's a fake one. That's a prosthetic. He's only got 2 inches.
No,
she goes crazy when I do that.
She wrote a book called Searching for Adam, and basically, it's a book, and in it, she publishes all the interviews of people she interviewed on her way trying to get to Adam Ant, and then the finale of it is that she interviews Adam Ant.
Oh, fantastic!
Now she's working on a Billy Idol one.
Oh, is she? Well, I saw Billy Idol. Wow. Oh, amazing.
Also, I heard, I don't know if you're still going, but are you going to see Randy Edelman at the Crazy Cock?
Say that again.
Are you going to see Randy Edelman at the Crazy Cock?
I was going to go, but it's tomorrow night and I can't go.
Okay.
I really wanted to go, but next time he plays in town.
Yeah, he
I
comes
should
here
go.
pretty often.
Where is he played? The Crazy
It's called
Cock?
the Crazy Cock. It's a place in England. He's in
It's
England.
awesome. It's a brilliant venue. It's a cool place. I know it quite well.
I bet you Eileen booked him in the Crazy Cock.
I heard though it's a great place. I mean, everybody has said he's played it a couple of times.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really lovely. It's like an Art Deco restaurant. Stroke. Then next to it is like it's like in this little underground area with a cabaret bar, and I think that's where he's playing.
London has the best taverns. I love
amazing.
London taverns. My favorite is the King's Head or the Queen's Head. It was a gay one. What was it? King's Head, I think it's called.
Where was that?
Is it the King's Head or the Queen's Head? The gay bar.
He's talking a long time ago, so it might not be there.
But that gay bar, no, that gay bar's been there since the 1920s.
Wow.
It's sawdust on the floor.
No, lovely.
And the best beer.
Is that in Soho?
Where was it? I don't know. I was taken. I don't know where it is. My friend James takes me when I go visit him.
Lovely.
He knows I like that pub.
There's a place called the King's Head. It's a pub in London.
King's Head.
But I don't know if it's gay or not.
Yeah, it's gay. Or mixed, whatever. But that's my favorite pub because it has the best dark green beer. What is that beer called?
Lager?
Guinness.
Lager?
Guinness.
Oh, Guinness.
Guinness.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I could taste it now. It is so delicious, that Guinness.
I'll send you some Guinness,
I
man.
don't like beer, but
Guinness is different. It's a different
it's
drink.
delicious. It has
Smooth.
a flavor. It doesn't.
He talks about it anytime we talk to anybody from England. That's like his thing. He likes to talk about the Guinness.
Well, when I stayed with James in Lancashire, we went to a tavern that was like 600 years old or something,
Right.
and my hair was caught in the ceiling. Imagine. Because the ceilings were so low. People were short in those days.
Are you tall? How tall are you?
I'm not that. I'm 5'5", just under 5'11".
Okay, that's like me.
So
I'm
you
5'11".
you won't fit in that tavern either.
Yes, you're tall, actually. That's pretty tall. That's considered tall.
Well, compared to like 600 years ago, they were all like about 5'2".
Yeah.
Over here, like little English goblins everywhere. But you're right. All the old buildings have tiny doorways.
I wish we had taverns here in America. I think it might bring people together. Americans need to be brought together again. They're not. We're subdivided. Yeah. It's disgusting. And I think a good British pub would certainly bring us together. Right? Drinking good beer and singing together. I think it would be nice.
Do you ever do karaoke as a rock star?
Have I ever done it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a place in town that has like a cellar karaoke bar, and I've sang the Pogues there a few times.
The Pogues, okay. I was going to see my ask because what kind of music would you actually like sing to? Okay, that's funny. The Pogues.
The Pogues, yeah.
What?
The Dirty Old Town or something like that, yeah.
So you guys, this is Tim Muddiman. Please check out his website, ahouseofmud.com. Follow him on Instagram. IG is at ahouseofmud. His new song is called Seashells. He's going to have more, and we'll let you know more when more stuff is coming out. And download his song, watch his video, and then you let us know, when more stuff comes out, because we'll play it on the show and stuff and help promote it.
Well, thank you very much.
It was really good to see you again. Likewise. And I'm glad you didn't have a beard the first time, because when I first saw you, I was like, fuck, I don't remember him. Like looking like that. So I'm glad, but I do remember. I love the accent. Everything is great. Congratulations on the family. Congratulations on the new single and all your artwork and everything. And let's stay in touch. And if you have more stuff coming out, we'll have you back, because it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And congratulations, both you, for keeping this going. It's amazing. And I respect you a lot, and I hope your knee pain gets the fuck out of there quick.
And I think we have something scheduled next year for London, so we'll give you a call.
Because we may be coming.
I have a lot of friends in London that I call, and we should all get together and just drink that wonderful beer until we pass out.
I have a couple movies that I'm like working on that people they want to actually shoot in England.
Wow.
So if that happens, I'll let you know.
Oh, please do. Yeah, please
that-
do.
That would be a lot of fun. Do you come to the States at all?
Since I stopped touring, I haven't been. I mean, I've been in. Where are you?
We're in California.
Palm Springs.
Palms. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I got married in Joshua Tree National Park.
Oh, that's right. Well, not down the street, but it's pretty close down the street.
Yeah. I kind of know, and Gary lived in LA, so I was in LA a lot, and then we toured America, God knows how many times. So yeah, I've been a lot, but I haven't been for. I think 2019 was the last time, and I miss America.
So we need the new album to blow up, and then it blows up, so you can do an American tour, and then we can see you.
Yep.
With your help.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Tim. Have a good one. Good night.
Gentlemen.
Good seeing you again, Tim.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yay! What a nice guy, you guys. I really like him a lot, and his music is really good. And I mean, playing with Gary Numan, everybody listens to the song Cars. Everybody knows it. It's like a huge, huge hit. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. So there's a movie that Ron and I did a little cameo in, and
You did?
yes, and the name of the film, it's a Joe Kelly film, and the name of the film is Compatible. And we're not really in the trailer. They show a picture of us, but it's only for 2 seconds. But this film is having its world premiere in May, but it's in Colorado, so we're not going. But the film is Compatible. Ron and I have a cameo in it. It looks like a kind of a cool film, and you'll recognize many people in it because almost everybody in it's been on our show. So check out the trailer for Compatible.
Hi, my name is Jean, and I will be your compatible instructor.
We unveil Compatible, a revolutionary company that is redefining the rules of digital matchmaking.
Cheers to compatible.
Compatible.
And then she finds out I'm a horror fan.
I've been incompatible for 2 weeks.
But our compatibility was really high.
It's such a violation of privacy.
Citizens have voiced their concerns.
Your sister tells me that you're dating somebody you met online. Hey, Emily?
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you, Greg?
Yeah.
911, what's the nature of your emergency?
I need to report a kidnapping. You gotta proceed with caution.
Shoot to kill.
I had the worst dream.
I'd like to introduce you to two people. Mommy. Hi, Mommy. Hi. And Daddy.
Be careful. Not everyone is who they say they are.
And Greg.
So Saturday, May 10th, they're doing the premiere. It's in Denver, Colorado. Lots of people are going, but
Why
it's
are
a
they
fun
doing
movie.
it in Colorado?
I don't know.
Isn't that stupid?
I don't really know. I think a lot of the people that are in it live in Colorado now, or I'm not sure actually. But it looks like fun. I'm sure they'll do some kind of screening for it in LA, and we'll go see it. We had a lot of fun doing it. We actually did it when Ron was shooting Clown Motel 2, and they wanted us to do a little cameo in it, and so we shot it the same day that Ron was shooting. One of the days that Ron was shooting Clown Motel 2.
You had fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I got news for you. They shot our scene about 20 times because they didn't know which one they liked the best. So I think they took the dirty, filthiest one of all.
I hope so.
Where we're really disgustingly dirty. I mean, outrageously risque, filthy, and funny.
It should be fun, though. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So then, you guys, one of the first films we're going to be shooting is called Red River, and we did a teaser trailer for Red River to help get funding, and we got funding. So the name of the film is Red River. It's going to be directed by Jennifer James, starring Ming Ballard, and it's a lot of fun. This is a creepy kind of like thing to give you an idea. It's going to be a creepy movie. So check out the teaser trailer for Red River. I love it. All right. So our next guest is going to be calling in 3 minutes. Before she calls, I have one music video. We haven't played it in a long time. Chaz Robinson was on our show many years ago. The name of the song is Without You, released on Spectra Records and by the Spectra Music Group. I think you guys will like the song. It's a lot of fun. So here's Chaz Robinson, Without You, and we'll be back with Kadrolsha Ona Carole. Enjoy.
Standing here alone without you. The more I think, the more I doubt you. Thorns of diamond gouge to drown you. And a raging river bled about you. And rubies rolling down. The more I think I am without you, I realize I have allowed you to break the cement now shrouds about you. I'm standing here if just to doubt you, as if to damn your soul. Clouding there about you. Veils of darkness now surround you. Haunting faces glad about you. In a prison barred by sounds confound you. And now they claim your soul. Just because we learned we didn't say what we meant. Sometimes promises go unkept. Just because we learned we didn't say what we meant. We didn't say what we meant. Now that I'm without you, I don't have to doubt you. But there's something about you, just can't go on without you. Is this what we amount to? Is this what it comes down to? I thought that I found you, and now I'm dying without you. Standing here alone without you. The more I think, the more I doubt you. And rubies rolling down.
Yay! what's up, everybody? So that was Chaz Robinson. The name of the song was Without You. And now we're going to bring on our next guest. So let's bring her on.
Bring her on, baby.
Hey, Kadrolsha Ona Carole, Queen of the Paranormal. Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.
Hey.
I'm not talking to you, Kadosha.
Kadrolsha.
You know what? I have prayed for you every single day, writing Jimmy.
I'm so happy you have. But you could have shown me a little cleavage today, and that would have made me fun.
I got this special shirt on. See, it goes all the way down.
A little bit of cleavage.
And I wore this.
Let the girl smile.
I didn't
Let
know
the
you were going to be
girl
on the show, and I wore this for you. I really did, whether you're on the show or not. So.
No, we weren't sure if he was going to make it, but he said the show must go on, and he didn't want to be. He didn't want to miss the show, so he's a little bit on painkillers.
Listen,
but he's doing good.
I was trained like the Barbara Streisand School of Training. You go on unless you're dead, and if you're dead, they could prop you up and have somebody sing behind you as a puppet. But I was theater raised. You don't know. You have an obligation, and you go there no matter what.
That's true. Your
You look
coloring.
very beautiful today.
Yeah, his coloring is good.
Yeah, his coloring is very good.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, did you hear my whole story? How I was abducted?
No, I didn't. I wasn't on. I just came on just now.
I was abducted by aliens, and they held me hostage in this hospital. I don't know where it was. And the reason that they held me hostage was because I only had one leg, that I couldn't walk. So they knew I couldn't get away. Don't laugh. This is all happening. And I called Jimmy up. He wouldn't answer me. I called my sister-in-law. I said, call Jimmy. He's not answering me. Get me out of here. They have abducted me. They wanted to kill me or whatever. And this went on for the whole night. And everybody
calling people all over the country. He was in the hospital.
And everybody was ignoring me because they were told that it's called.
He had post-operative delirium, which is a reaction to the anesthesia and the pain meds. It happens lots of times in older people. And he didn't know where it was. He was seeing like dogs running through the room and clocks flying around. And he had two nurse aide people, or whatever you call them, the nurse assistants or whatever. And one of them was in a purple outfit, and one of them was in a turquoise outfit with a vest and these weird glasses. And he literally thought they were aliens. Like they walked out of the room, and I walked in, and he said, "Did you see the two aliens?"
And you know why that must have been? Because
they look like aliens.
Because I want to be in a science fiction movie. I have never been in a science fiction movie. And because putting up one, and we were negotiating, ideas and stuff. And I think that's why I had this delusion of being kidnapped by aliens. It was quite an adventure. It was quite an adventure.
I wrote to Jim and I told him, I said, my mom at 84 years old had both her knees done. And she wanted both of them because it forced her to move and walk. You couldn't just, favor one leg over the other. You actually had to move. And within 2 weeks, she was out just walking up and down the street, around the block, slow, but still, she recovered quite nicely with the two. So I'm
so surprised they even did two of them for someone in that age, because it's been such a terrible ordeal.
But did she have the problem with the anesthesia?
Yes, she did. She had something like yours. We couldn't figure it out, but she had called me up and from the nurses station, which is crazy. She just had the operation. She walks to the nurses station, and she thought she was in a hotel. To come and get her because she thought that they were going to kill her. So anyway, yes. That the delirium, from the anesthesia and the pain pills, it is real, 100% real.
He's doing much better now. He's walking around and stuff, but we were going to try to do the show from the bed today, except for that we don't have good Wi-Fi in there, so we're on our lounge chair, so he can kind of lounge a little.
John Lennon and Yoko Ono in the bed. That'd be good. That'd be a great show.
Casey and I are, shall I say, dog enthusiasts or dog lovers, or we are, and we lost our Brandy last week.
I know. I read that. So
heartbreaking.
It was so bad, and he couldn't go, because he couldn't get out of the bed.
So I couldn't even kiss her goodbye.
Oh,
it was absolutely heartbreaking. I'm still suffering from it, but we're not going to make our show that way. But I know you lost your Rocky, and
I lost my Roscoe, and it was sudden. Had no clue. Walking on the block one day, dead the next. It was bad, and my husband at the time was away. He could have came home, but he has emotional problems, let's say, and he couldn't do it. So I went by myself, and I suffered for days. I actually drank wine. I'm not even a drinker. I just needed something to sedate myself. If I had a pill, I would have taken that too. But I know what you're going through, and it's okay to talk about it. Seriously. I mean, this is a great show. We talk about
she lives in our heart anyway, and we'll always miss her. And I know when your dog died, I told you to go get another one. We still have one. I told you to go get another one. You said, really? I said, yeah. And like a week or two later, you had another one. So now what's your dog's name?
I listened. And now she is, she was abused. I got her at 5 weeks old. And I brought her home. And my husband, within an hour, named her. So, okay, we're keeping her. And she's about 30 pounds now. And she's not friendly. She's trying, put it that way. And I always, when people say, what's wrong with your dog? I just say she's an attack dog on, in training. Just shut up and leave me alone.
We had Shazam, and Shazam was not a friendly dog. She was friendly to us, but he wasn't friendly to anybody else. Is your dog friendly to you?
Oh, to me, immediate family. And for some reason, my grandson, she has to warm up to him every time she sees him, because there were little boys that abused her too.
Yeah.
So she's just not into it. She loves my daughter, and she sleeps with me, and she's a good girl. She's just got some things to work out. That's all.
They also say that that you have to give rescue dogs. They need way more time than a regular dog. Yeah.
2 years.
It takes 2 years to get a rescue dog, really to trust you and to feel good, to forget all the bad things that happened to them.
But you know what bugs me is people on Facebook. I guess they think what they write is kind. I don't consider it too kind when you say, I'm sorry, and that's it. They don't realize that those pets are children.
That's true.
That we love them like our kids. So when we lose one, our hearts break. And I don't think a lot of my Facebook people get it. They think, oh, Ron's overreacting. He's so dramatic. So such theater. It's not theater or dramatic. It's how I feel.
Yeah.
My heart's broken. She was my girl.
Yeah.
She was Daddy's little girl.
And the thing is, she's always going to be Daddy's little girl. You have to remember.
She'd come over and do this very gently to kiss her and hug her. She would moan. We would play dolls together. We had 100 toys for her. I'd throw them in the air and she'd jump for it. She was a sweet.
She's the only dog out of all our dogs who would chase after toys. Like, she loved toys. Like, she has a Freddy Krueger and an It. Like that squeaks and makes noises, and she loved it. She would play for hours with it.
Do you think you have one?
Unfortunately, dogs,
not yet.
Dogs don't live more than 15, 17, 18 years. So we have to take that into consideration. Anyway, you're very busy, my dear.
Oh, yeah.
How much more can you put on Facebook? I'm sick of you already.
Well, I do this thing called time management. It's old fashioned. I get just a regular piece of paper and I put the hours of the day. How many hours do I want to work today? What am I going to work on? And for how long? Maybe a half hour here, 45 minutes here, take the dogs out to pee for 20 minutes. And it goes on, and I stick to the list every day. Today was quite a big list. I ended up having to call a lot of these old-time boxers and set them up for a biopic interview that I'm doing with them for Legends of the Ring, which one of the featured boxers is Larry Holmes, which I've already worked with him. Now it's time to bring in his family, his management, Don King, and a whole bunch of other people.
Is it a documentary or is it a film?
It's a documentary on him, biopic thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You guys, Kadosha does everything. So first of all, she's the host. Besides being the queen of the paranormal and having like one of the first comic books for anything like that, and we have a comic book, you guys, called Celebrity Ghost Hunters. You can go to Kadosha Ona, queenoftheParanormal.com, to see all that kind of stuff. She's got books and all kinds of things.
About it. And listen, when Ron's knee gets better, we have to do another comic book, because when I put up stuff about the paranormal, supernatural news bullets or things that I'm doing, people go crazy over it, so it's just a natural thing to do something real and live. And I know you, Jimmy, and I know Ron, it has to be real. It can't be fudged. It's just things that we are going to do and experience while we're out in the field. And I want to do it. So
absolutely, we'll do it.
We are finally opening up. We were all locked up with that stupid COVID shit, and then all the nonsense with the politics and the election, all that bullshit. Now finally we're open, and we can get back to being people and go to work and be normal again.
Right. What it did for me with the COVID is it forced me to be creative, whether it was, writing for magazines. I've got like all these magazines I write for, and I was writing a different article, every month. So finally I said, I must syndicate that and write one article and just let it go all over the place. That's time management. So I'm able to.
Yeah, that's a lot of time management.
Yeah, because
she hosts Hollywood Entertainment News. You guys check out HollywoodEntertainmentNews.com. Kadrolsha actually hosts the news. She interviews celebrities. She does all kinds of cool stuff with it.
And no kidding around. She happens to have the most beautiful breasts. I mean, really. I'm not being vulgar. I'm gay. What do I give a shit about tits, right? But you have really got the most beautiful. Did you ever model your breasts?
No, I never have. No,
they're so beautiful. You should model them. They really are perfect, and they're real. They're not fake. They're not balloons.
Everything is real, and it's funny, Ron, because I'm sure, like you get these comments like, what do you do for skincare? Who does your lips? And it's
right.
I don't. No, it's all natural. I know how to put makeup on. That helps. So, and I think not using all the abrasive type face creams and things. I'm just warm water, no soap. I put
He doesn't do soap. He does olive oil.
Olive oil, no soap. Look at this skin. 100 years old. Look at this skin.
It's beautiful. I use organic coconut oil, and I have raw honey every morning.
Olive oil's better than coconut.
Yeah, that's what they say. It just, for some reason, that makes my face break out a little bit, but the coconut oil
will never make your face break out. Never. Olive oil is an antiseptic. Olive oil will bring out the impurities in your skin.
There,
It brings out the impurities.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's bringing the stuff to the surface.
Maybe it's bringing it to the surface, and then once you get rid of it.
And after 6 months of using it, your skin opens like a flower. You'll never put base on again. My mother died 80 years old with skin like a 20-year-old.
Wow.
We all, my daughter Leslie's got beautiful. Deirdre, they all use olive oil.
Their daughters are beautiful.
The ancient Romans and Pompeians washed their faces with olive oil.
I didn't know that, but you know what? Starting tomorrow.
And drink a shot of it every day.
Take the makeup off too?
You could do anything with olive oil.
Okay.
And if you run out of KY, you could use olive oil.
So what do we have going on, like movie wise? So like you're in. Wait, what?
Wow.
You're in Clown Motel 3, right? Are you gonna? So
Yes,
hang on. Where were you?
I'm the Secretary of Defense in the opening.
Oh, right. You didn't shoot, right?
I shot it on green screen because I put it in a
You
hall.
were in my scene, but we didn't do it together. You did it where you were.
But from what I've been told, it looks like, we're really looking at each other and doing it. So I was honored to be able to do that. And so that's going to be fun seeing it. I'm saving up so I can get out there for the premiere. I want to do that. And can't wait. Now, is it going to be at the Clown Motel or near it?
No, I think the premiere will probably be in LA someplace.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would be my guess.
Joe told me when it is. September something, and it will be in LA. September? What date did he give me?
August.
I thought it was August too. I don't know though when it is.
Maybe I'm wrong. September.
We'll let everybody know when it is, even though I don't know if it'll be open to the public, but it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be worth it for you to come out.
Well, half of the business is in the friggin' movie. I mean, everybody I meet, are you in it? Are you in it? Are you in it? I said, yes, I'm in it. Yes, I'm in it. Yes, I'm in it.
Yeah.
It was fun though. You had a good time doing it, right?
Excuse me?
You had a good time doing it. The trailer looks great. The first trailer looks great.
I'll tell you, I had a great time doing it. I had my husband reading Ron's lines as I read mine, and then I cut his out. So you couldn't hear it, but it just looked like a natural interaction.
Exactly.
No, that was fun.
And then when I did my lines, I'm good at that. So I have no problem with doing telephone lines, we used to call them.
Yeah, he's been on the. He has several different scenes like that he's been doing, like where he's talking to people.
I really am famous in my little world for being the telephone guy. I can do better telephone. Nobody does telephone better than I do.
What does that mean?
Really,
explain it.
It means that you really think I'm talking to somebody.
Okay.
I'm that good at it. Like one movie I was in, I picked my nose while I was. I do things like that make it authentic.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be nice to see you if you come out for the premiere, whenever it is.
Come out.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
And everything.
Wear something low cut.
Okay.
But you're due to come out.
They usually do the premiere and then they'll do an after party.
Whatever happened with that not the subway, the airport thing? We did those ghost stories.
Did that, and then the contract ran out. And it's funny you mentioned that, Ron, because I've been trying to reconnect to see if we can get the different things that we're doing, like the positive messages, the Hollywood Entertainment News, brief little interviews, back up. But of course, you need another contract. It's a whole different distributor. So I'm in the process of talking to them and hoping that they will say yes. And then we're up and running over there. But right now, we're on just about everything. We're on the Roku. We're on 360 TVN, the actual website. We're on Apple TV, Samsung TV, LG TV, all the different apps, and it's just amazing. Like, we got millions and millions of views, and the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell gets a colossal amount of hits. And so doesn't, the horror news that you do, Jimmy. I got the little pie-shaped analytics and stuff, and I see you guys go whoosh, like the ratings are through the roof. But then again, you guys are famous, for all of that. And so with the Hollywood Entertainment News, like I said,
wait, let me finish that statement. Go ahead, say it. Tell us what's going on with Hollywood Entertainment News.
I actually have a girl, Tina Ramos. She's down at Chiller Theater because this weekend I'm filming KO on the Go. So I can't go to Chiller Theater, and I felt bad, but she's stepping in for me, and she's going to get some positive messages from celebrities because, their fans live vicariously through them. And it would be nice, with all the BS going on in the world, to give their friends a positive message. And so she's out there trying to get some. Geraldo Rivera is there. I'd like his, and I want a guy named Muse Watson. He played Frank on NCIS. Those are the two I want her to get. She says she can get me.
I never watched NCIS really. I mean, I watched it a little bit.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I don't know who he is. Like, I don't actually know who that is. But so you're not going to Chiller? Wow, because you usually go to Chiller, right? We went to Chiller once.
Yeah, I go to Chiller every 6 months, but I couldn't go because I'm filming a new travel show called KO on the Go. Now, one of the gentlemen I'm working with is he's Lou Pizarro. He did Operation Repo years ago, where they repossessed your car, and he's lost a lot of weight. God bless him. He looks awesome, and he's doing a program called Operation Passport. And so my show, KO on the Go, is tagged at the end of his, and I can't tell you what network, but there. And we have got a great sponsor, and it looks like our first stop is Vietnam coming up. So I got my passport and everything. My show is a little different than the travel shows out there. It is more realistic when it comes to things that might happen to you. Hey, listen, we all can't run around with a makeup artist and a hairdresser and someone holding lights. How do you look good on the road? There are a lot of women out there.
That's why it's on the go. So it's basically going to be you. You're going to all these different countries and showing stuff.
Yeah,
on the go, but not as a tourist. More as like a, like if you were to like live there, you're going to go see how things really are.
How things really are. How tourists really want to go and do these things. There's so many people, and you're not going to go on a zip line. A lot of tourists. I'm not going to say it's for the young. I do zip lines. I love that. But you're trying to show people in these travel shows the realism and how it really is, and where you can really go get a bang for your buck, or you can stay in a luxurious hotel and all of that goes with it. But be able to show people you can travel on the go, what to pack, how to do it, and how to make yourself look good all the time, with little bit of fashion tips here and there, especially for men too.
We want to give a quick shout out. Dawn Hinton joined us right before you came on from physical therapy, but we didn't say hi to her. So let's say hi to Dawn. How are you, Dawn? Hope your physical therapy is going well. And so what about movie stuff? You got any movie stuff coming up? I think we've mentioned Robot Dracula once. Are you actually in Robot Dracula?
Yes, I am. You probably won't recognize me. It's a short, curly, black wig. And I put black legs.
I can't even imagine you without blonde hair, because I only see you in blonde hair. So that's cool.
I had a scarf around my neck, and I said these words, and it goes by quick. I did it on the green screen. And yeah, I want to do more movies. Of course I do. I see them out there, and I'm like, but it's funny because a lot of people nowadays, the independent producers, want to have you pay to be part of the cast or something. And you're like, well, I'd like to get paid. I work for 360 Studios LTD. We do a lot of movies. I'm in those that are coming up. And but I would like to
what?
Pay to play.
Oh, pay to play.
I actually got a letter. I got from someone who I can't mention anything, but they're doing a big movie, and they're looking for some bigger actors.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
And they said they're looking for actors who want to pay to buy in roles at $100,000 a pop.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was
Get
like,
out of there, friggin'.
And I was thinking, like, any actor I know who's well known isn't going to pay to be. People don't pay to be.
No.
I mean, I'm in a million movies. I don't pay to be in. Ron doesn't pay to. You don't pay to be in.
I will never work if I have to pay for it. Clown Motel 3, I understand. I'm one of the few people that got paid. But there was not salary, that everybody paid to get in it. And I think that's bad for my career, because people are going to assume that I paid to get in that movie. I did not pay to get in that movie.
I didn't get in it either, Ron. but
Right.
there are a lot of people that did pay to get in it. And
Spoil it for us.
I wanted that role so bad that I dressed up like the Secretary of State, you know, the suit, the flag, and everything. Took a picture in the Oval Office. You know, I superimposed it behind me and sent it to him and said, I really want this role. And so I did it talking, and he said, okay. So I was absolutely thrilled. And what the best part about it was I was actually working with you, period.
Right, yeah, because she's in the scene with you.
But, you know, I have an old saying that I've used for the last 60 years. When people say things that annoy me, I say, people paid to see me.
Oh, that's a good saying.
People paid, that summarizes it. Say whatever you want about me, but people paid to see me. And now you can't even say that because you pay to see.
You pay to be in things.
I think it stinks. Listen, two of the greatest filmmakers are out there right now, and I love their work. They just need millions of dollars to become great. I won't mention who they are, but they have all pay to play. Now, my friend, God, I'm on morphine, so you have to bear with me.
I'm drinking later.
My friend Sarah French found it very difficult being in one of their films because of the pay to play people.
Right.
They just ruined her scenes. And she was furious.
They're not seasoned actors or actresses to be able to work with someone like you. You know,
No, they stand there with their eyes open like a deer in headlights.
One of the guys on Clown Motel 3, who we met on Clown Motel 3, we can't mention his name.
Vomit.
He blocked all of us anyway.
Vomit.
So I went on his IMDb like 2 weeks ago just to see what's going on. So he hadn't made any movies until he just started like a year ago, and already he's bought like 90 roles. So he's got like 90 film credits of things that he paid money, you know, to have a role in.
the money from? How's he get the money if he wants to be in these movies?
And he doesn't even act. He overacts, and he's so like thinking he's a star that you could vomit from him.
Yeah, the ego is like.
I met him on the set, and he began speaking to me, and I had to walk away because I was going to throw up. I couldn't stand another minute of him.
And those contracts, they should have an out clause. You know, like and I call it on my cell phone the FU button. When
Yeah.
Click like that. And that's what you do. And you know, and the contracts for a movie or whatever you're doing, if they start with their nonsense and all this baloney, you got to have something where you can just get rid of them for no reason, just because like they stink. And they're standing there like a deer in the headlights, and they're not doing whatever, and then you still keep.
Kadosha, I was in a film where I have got to. I use it as my commercial. It's in my reel, where I play a cop from Brooklyn who went to Pennsylvania to push people around, and I played my piece so beautifully. If you ever see it, you'll say, Ron, it was a great piece of work. Nobody believes it was written. They thought I made it up as I was going along. That's how good it was.
Right.
Jerk that I was working with, after all this beautiful shit I poured out there, and the whole way I did it, you know, when you do something and you know you did it right?
Yes.
He was supposed to get angry with me, and you know what he said?
What?
Oh, you're a bastard.
What?
Oh, you're a bastard.
But he said it all mellow, and not like, oh, you're a bastard or something. Like, you know, it was just terrible.
And I turned to the producer and I said, I can't do this. I just can't do this. You destroyed a beautiful piece of work. So we reshot it. Okay. It never came off the second time as good as the first time. I was tired of it. I already did it. It was played out. I like one-shot deals.
You know what? I agree with you 100%. I like the one-shot deals. I don't like the do it over.
You get cheated when you do it over. You get played out. You get fake. So I said to him, listen, I wanted to punch him right through the fucking jungle. The woods that we were in. I really did want to hit him. And I said to him, listen, get over here. I said, you're not going to ruin this the movie stinks anyway. I said, but this scene is a good scene. And he said to me, well, shaking, well, Ron, what do you want me to do? I said, you're supposed to be mad at me. I'm telling you, I don't believe your shit. You killed your brother. You're lying about the swamp thing. There's a made up story, don't you? And he still didn't get it. And I just looked at him. I said, do you have to be in the movie?
What do you do if there's a director that just really lays into you and you're doing the best you can do? And I know you have to have respect for the director, the producer, and do exactly what they say. But what happens to you? What do you do if it just doesn't jive with what you're doing and they're being very insultive and disrespectful to you?
This guy was involved with the film. I think he was one of the producers, and that's how he got in. It could have been a halfway decent movie. It could have been, because Miss Philadelphia was my second lead. So she was beautiful and lovely, good actress.
No, Miss Pennsylvania.
Oh, Miss Pennsylvania. And it could have been good, but unfortunately, he had politics, good politics.
Yeah.
And that fucks up a movie big time. So I work with Joe Kelly all the time, and I tell Joe, I love Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly is one of my sweetest friends. I do anything for Joe. And I tell,
actually, that's the only person that he'll do like these low budget films for.
Oh yeah,
Joe Kelly.
I don't work for $2 anymore.
But he'll do it for Joe Kelly just because he likes Joe Kelly. I like Joe Kelly. I think Joe Kelly's a great guy.
But Joe and I get along fine, because when we were shooting Clown 3, some things that really were not Hollywood. It was more like Brooklyn. I don't know where the hell it came from. But anyway, I suggested a few things, and Joe said, well, we'll shoot it both ways. And I love him for that.
Yeah.
Shoot it both ways.
See, the thing is, you have the knowledge, you have the experience. I mean, you really do. So I would think a director, even though they have their own vision, would take what you say into consideration. And what Joe did was,
I think Joe listens. Joe listens to me. I said, Joe, a movie without a rehearsal sucks. Let's do it one run through, so we all know who we are, where we are, and what we're going to do. We're not doing it fresh for the first time. Shoot it after we rehearse it for the first time. That's the take. Excuse me, the take you want. And he agreed. So Joe Kelly does. I'm in 3 of his movies, I think.
Clown Motel 2, Clown Motel 3, and another movie called Clowny.
They're fucking clowns. I mean,
he's going to have Clown Motel 4 at all?
Yeah, I think he probably will eventually. I think he'll probably keep it going because it's popular. People like it.
It's a great.
Clown Motel 3 has cameos by really big horror movie stars.
Clown Motel 3 has the largest clown
cast of any clown movie. There's like 100 clowns.
102, I think. 102 clowns are in that movie.
Digitize the clowns to multiply them and stuff like they do in other movies. I mean, he actually had 100.
He actually has all those people as clowns. Yeah.
I can't talk about my scene because I was told I shouldn't. I won't talk about my scene, but my scene.
That is not supposed to talk about.
No, I'm trying to get around it. My scene is the scene. Let's put it this way: the scene I like the most. You can't do it. See the movie.
Anyway, you'll see the movie, and we'll see you when you come to it.
You'll get where I'm going with it.
So going back to Robot Dracula, that movie has the biggest horror movie directors in it that ever lived. I don't know if you know who's in Robot Dracula. I mean, that was is that a James Balsamo film?
Yes, it is.
It's got Malcolm McDowell, John Landis. John Landis did American Werewolf in London, I think. Don Coscarelli, Tom Holland did Fright Night, Russell Simmons, Daniel Roebuck's going to be in our film Carnival. Thomas G. Waits from The Warriors, Walter Phelan, who's
I love The Warriors.
Eileen Dietz, Don Wilson, Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead, Douglas Tate, Steve Ross, who's the writer of my Carnival movie, Mick Garris, Linnea Quigley. I mean, that's some cast. Like, I don't know how he actually gets all those
Well,
people.
this may be good news for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
No, I was going to approach you with this one day when I'm not on morphine. No, seriously. A bunch of us have gotten together, and we all sort of agree that we're going to make films with stories, not just slash.
Okay.
We're trying to bring back the horror classic, the horror movie.
I like that.
Stupid blood all over the place, so you could go like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
We want to bring an audience in that Alfred Hitchcock in, or Vincent Price. That's sort of, and I have a bunch of people who are big people who are agreeing to this now. So they're looking for good scripts. So that opens the door to you. If you want to be a part of that, find a good script. Find a good script.
This is my action figure for the Legend of Bunny Man that we're working on.
Yes.
I love it so much. It's so much fun.
It's creepy as heck, I'll tell you that. And you don't sleep that in your bedroom, do you?
It sits next to my desk. But I could sleep with it in my bedroom. It wouldn't bother me. But that's what's going to be a good one. The chat room, if they're saying it's great to see you again, they're happy that you're doing well. So we have 2 minutes left to go. So tell everybody where to find all your stuff. Didn't it go fast?
Well, you can go to HollywoodEntertainmentNews.com. You can go to QueenOfTheParanormal.com for the paranormal side, which I do supernatural news bullets. And with KO on the go, we're going to have supernatural in there as well, traveling around. So it's a show about everything and anything and everything I do from my perspective and a realism perspective. Like Ron was saying with the horror movies, you need to have a good, real story to pull people in. So that's what I'm doing. And I want to be in your movies, okay? I'm just telling you that now. All right.
I love it.
360tvn.com, and you'll be able to see Jimmy Star, you'll be able to see Ron, you'll be able to see the horror news, my shows, HollywoodEntertainmentNews.com, and my older show, CC the Huntress, and just a bunch of stuff. You'll absolutely love it there.
I love it.
Looking forward to seeing you in August.
Or September. Or
September, either one.
Okay.
Let me say,
KO.
I call it Casey. What the fuck do I hate her name. He knows I hate her name.
Actually, Casey works Kadosha Carroll.
Yeah, Kadosha Carroll. That's what Casey is what I call her. I don't know why your family gave me my family gave me, you know what my real name is?
Like 30 seconds.
Rolando Rico Cesarigo. Who the fuck is going to remember that name? Where did they think they were in Italy? So, anyway. I want to tell you that I watch you and I love what you're doing. And I think you're a go-getter, a very smart woman, and you're going to make it big time.
Oh, well, I love you guys so much. And I write Jimmy all the time that I pray and I love you and give you kisses and hugs and stuff. And I want you to get better. And I want to chase you around a little bit because I don't care how old you are. I just think you're gorgeous, and I don't care if you're gay.
You gotta love it. So you guys, Kadosha Ona Carole, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. We'll talk to you in text. Bye everybody.
Bye everybody.
See you next week. Thanks, chat room.
Jimmy,
Yeah, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you